Because the world is round, it turns me on. Because...
By the way, you're a doctor.
I am.
Well, you will be.
I am.